When was the last time you thought about your kidneys, or wondered if something as basic as your fruit bowl could impact your kidneys? Chronic kidney disease affects roughly 10% of the global population, and it usually develops without clear symptoms until it's already damaged your filtration system. But here are some fruits that contain compounds which can reduce inflammation, support filtration, and ease the burden on overworked kidneys. Want to know about these fruits? Then this video is for you, because we are breaking down the top 7 fruits backed by real nutritional science that could help lower your risk of kidney strain without relying on meds or costly treatments. If your goal is kidney support, this list might be your simplest starting point. Let's begin our journey with number 7, cherries. These might look like a simple fruit, but there's more going on in each bite than you'd guess. What makes them especially valuable isn't just their flavor, it's how quietly they support your kidney's ability to stay balanced. See, your kidneys deal with a non-stop stream of waste, and when that waste includes excess uric acid, things get tricky. That buildup doesn't just affect your joints, it makes the kidneys work harder than they should. Cherries contain specific plant pigments that help the body reduce that overload naturally without stressing other organs or creating a chain reaction. What's interesting is how cherries seem to signal your body to calm its internal inflammation, which plays a big role in how kidneys age over time. They're one of the few fruits that assist both in regulating harmful compounds and in cooling down internal inflammation quietly, without triggering side effects or raising other levels like potassium. When you think about how many functions your kidneys perform, from blood filtering to maintaining minerals and fluids, it makes sense to bring in something that works with those systems instead of against them. Cherries are low in phosphorus and sodium, which is exactly what matters when your kidneys need relief, not more stress. Unlike other fruits that spike blood sugar or overload your system with fiber, cherries digest gently and tend to keep your system moving without any harsh after effects. Plus, their subtle diuretic properties can help your body get rid of minor water retention without flushing out critical minerals. This balance is key because the goal isn't to push your kidneys to do more, it's to create the conditions where they can keep doing their job without burning out. That's the kind of support cherries offer. Even more, they fit into your day easily. No complicated prep, no mixing, no boiling, just rinse and go. And because they're so light on the kidneys, you're not left second-guessing whether they'll interfere with medications or diet goals. It's a whole food that doesn't ask for a trade-off. In fact, some who eat them regularly report fewer flare-ups of conditions like gout or fluid-related discomfort, which ties directly back to kidney workload. While no food can reverse damage overnight, cherries can definitely give your body room to stabilize, breathe, and do what it's designed to do: filter, restore, and protect. Sometimes the answer isn't big or bold, sometimes it's just a small fruit doing a quiet job every day without fuss. Number 6, papaya. Do you want to eat a fruit that can naturally support kidney function without pushing mineral levels too high? There is one of the major challenges that your kidneys deal with is excess free radicals, especially in high stress or inflammatory states. Papaya helps here by delivering carotenoids, especially beta-cryptoxanthin and lycopene, which are known to reduce oxidative load in tissue. This is especially important when the kidneys are under pressure to filter damaged cells or environmental toxins. Unlike fruits that are high in potassium or phosphorus, papaya contains both in modest amounts, making it safer for regular intake even in controlled diets. Another benefit is its mild diuretic nature. It promotes natural fluid movement without stripping the body of electrolytes. That's key in preventing the kind of fluid imbalance that can overwork nephrons, the microscopic filtering units in your kidneys. Papaya also helps regulate levels of uric acid, which, when elevated, contributes to both kidney stones and gout, two conditions tied directly to kidney overload. By supporting uric acid excretion through urine, it reduces the likelihood of crystal formation in the kidneys. The digestive enzymes in papaya don't just help the stomach, they reduce metabolic waste by breaking down protein more efficiently, which in turn leads to fewer nitrogenous byproducts that your kidneys would otherwise have to eliminate. It also carries a small but consistent amount of folate, which plays a role in reducing homocysteine levels, a compound that when left unchecked can negatively affect kidney circulation and filtration rate. Its fiber content supports the gut-kidney axis, helping lower inflammation that can travel through the bloodstream. When eaten ripe and in moderate amounts, papaya can serve as a daily kidney-supportive food that works in multiple ways, balancing hydration, clearing uric acid, reducing oxidative pressure, and easing protein digestion, all without pushing harmful minerals into overload. Number 5. Guava. When it comes to keeping your heart and kidneys in sync, there's a quiet powerhouse that fits the job without needing any hype. Guava brings together two elements that play a key role in internal stability: potassium and vitamin C. But it's not just the presence of these nutrients that makes a difference. It's the way they show up together in a clean, low-calorie package that your body knows how to use. Potassium, when consumed in a balanced amount, helps manage blood pressure by easing tension in blood vessels. That matters more than you'd think, because when blood pressure climbs unchecked, it's your kidneys that absorb the pressure first. The filtration units inside them are extremely sensitive to high pressure, and over time that strain begins to break them down. Guava steps in here not by forcing the numbers down quickly, but by supporting the system that keeps those numbers from rising in the first place. And it's not a one-trick benefit. Guava also brings a significant antioxidant effect. Its vitamin C concentration is higher than oranges in many cases. That means you're getting a defense system that blocks some of the oxidative reactions that quietly chip away at your kidney tissue. The damage doesn't happen all at once. It builds. But this fruit slows that process down by buffering the cells and reducing the kind of low-grade inflammation that can push kidney function into decline. On top of that, guava contains soluble fiber, which helps regulate glucose absorption and fat metabolism. That might sound unrelated at first, but your kidneys react to sugar spikes and excess fats too. Anything that smooths those out helps reduce the volume of waste the kidneys need to sort through later. The skin of the guava holds many of these benefits, making it more valuable when eaten whole. Because it's not a high-phosphorus fruit and its natural sugars are minimal, guava fits easily into most renal-friendly diets without disrupting your electrolyte balance. That means more support, less cleanup. So if you're thinking long-term, guava isn't just good, it's reliable. And when your kidneys are working every hour of every day without pause, that kind of consistent help matters more than any dramatic fix. So take guava and check out the next one, that is number 4, kiwi. Sometimes, the best support for your kidneys does not come from heavy treatments or strict routines. It comes from something as light and refreshing as this little green fruit. What makes it so effective is the combination of nutrients delivered in a way that your body can use without tipping anything out of balance. One of its biggest advantages is the way it handles potassium. Unlike foods that flood your system and risk overloading your kidneys, this one offers just enough to help maintain stable fluid distribution in your tissues. That balance matters more than we usually realize because your kidneys are constantly adjusting fluid levels based on what you eat and how well your electrolytes are managed. When that balance stays steady, filtration happens more smoothly. And that's the kind of internal calm your kidneys need to function without stress. But that's not all. The antioxidants found in this fruit, including vitamin C and a group of polyphenols, do more than just protect against colds. They work deeper, acting like a cleanup crew for the waste your cells produce each day. Over time, that waste adds up and puts pressure on your filtration system, especially if you're dealing with early warning signs like minor swelling or changes in urine output. The compounds in this fruit help reduce that burden by fighting oxidative stress, which quietly breaks down kidney cells over time if left unchecked. Another plus? It contains actinidin, a natural enzyme that supports digestion. Better digestion leads to more efficient waste elimination, which means your kidneys have less to filter out later. You're not forcing them to work harder, you're just making the overall system run smoother, and it fits into a kidney-conscious diet with ease. It's low in sodium, contains a safe phosphorus profile, and doesn't interfere with other sensitive minerals. The natural sweetness also makes it a solid choice when you're avoiding processed sugars, which are known to wear down kidney tissue over time. So while it may seem simple, adding this into your routine could be one of the easiest ways to give your kidneys a break without sacrificing taste, texture, or health benefits. Sometimes, small choices do the heavy lifting for us. Number 3. Raspberries. Let's talk about something that feels light when you eat it, but works hard behind the scenes. This fruit is loaded with natural compounds that quietly shield your kidneys from the wear and tear they face every single day. They're ellagic acid, a plant-based antioxidant that plays a key role in limiting the damage caused by free radicals. Those unstable molecules float through your bloodstream and, over time, chip away at tissue health, including the fragile structures inside your kidneys. When ellagic acid steps in, it helps slow that process down, offering a layer of defense that makes a difference in the long term. But that's not where the benefits stop. This fruit also brings a unique anti-inflammatory effect that eases internal swelling, not the kind you see on the outside, but the low-level inflammation that builds up in your filtering system without making a sound. That kind of stress can go unnoticed until it's already doing damage. By keeping those internal fires in check, you're giving your kidneys a much calmer environment to work in. Another reason this fruit fits into a kidney-conscious lifestyle is its mineral profile. It contains only small traces of phosphorus, which is important if you're trying to avoid overloading your system. Too much phosphorus can trigger calcium imbalances and make things harder for your kidneys to regulate, especially if they're already slowing down. You don't want food that works against you. You want something that shows up, does its part, and blends in. The fiber content also adds value, supporting digestion and keeping your blood sugar levels steady. That's a bonus for your kidneys, because less sugar fluctuation means less pressure on the filtering process. The water content in this fruit is another plus. It's not enough to bloat, but it supports hydration in a way that encourages natural flushing of waste without forcing your kidneys into overdrive. All of these effects happen without making noise. That's what makes this fruit different. It doesn't show up to be dramatic, it just shows up to help, and sometimes that's the kind of support your kidneys need most. Quiet, steady, and reliable. And that's not the end, we have more amazement for you in the next one. Number 2. Tart plums or prunes. When you include tart plums or prunes in your meals, you are introducing a natural way to support how your kidneys handle both fluids and minerals, two of the most critical balancing acts your body performs daily. What's unique here is their ability to help manage potassium levels without stripping your system of essential nutrients. That balance is important because potassium directly affects how your heart and kidneys interact. If levels spike too high, your kidneys need to work harder to stabilize them. But these fruits have a quiet way of helping those numbers shift back into range, giving your kidneys more breathing room with each serving. They also carry a type of soluble fiber that does more than just regulate digestion. It actively slows the absorption of sugars and fats, both of which play a role in how much pressure gets placed on your filtration system. When digestion is smoother and your blood stays more stable, your kidneys don't have to compensate for rapid swings in glucose or fluid retention. What's more, prunes and tart plums naturally encourage the release of excess water, not through dehydration, but by supporting your body's rhythm of cleansing. That makes them useful for reducing bloating, lowering unnecessary strain, and easing the internal workload your kidneys face on a regular. Their antioxidant content, specifically polyphenols like chlorogenic acid, adds another layer of protection. These compounds help reduce tissue-level stress, which plays a role in slowing kidney aging over time. While they might be known more for gut health, their impact reaches deeper, quietly reinforcing your kidney's role in processing waste without overstimulation. And because their nutrient profile is generally low in phosphorus and sodium, they fit into kidney-supportive eating without disrupting mineral control. They don't need to be eaten in large amounts or prepared in complicated ways. A small serving here and there is enough to offer consistent help your kidneys will feel better over time. Number 1. Lemon. There is a reason why we are adding a bit of citrus to your water. You think it feels so refreshing, then you are wrong, because the real value is tucked inside the natural citric acid found in both lemon and lime. This compound interacts with calcium in your body and helps keep it dissolved instead of forming hard deposits. That's important because tiny crystals, especially calcium-based ones, are often the starting point for kidney stones. What makes these fruits so useful is their ability to naturally shift the acidity of your urine in a direction that discourages those minerals from sticking together. Instead of collecting and hardening, they're more likely to pass through, no drama, no buildup. Hydration alone helps kidneys flush waste, but when you pair water with fresh lemon or lime, you're adding another layer of support. The added citrus doesn't act like a strong diuretic, it works subtly, helping your kidneys keep that steady flow they rely on for cleanup. It's not about doing more, it's about helping everything move the way it should without extra tension or mineral overload. And that flow matters, especially when you're trying to reduce the chances of waste sticking around too long in your system. On top of that, the vitamin C content offers low-level antioxidant support, enough to help reduce cellular wear without flooding your system with excess. And since these fruits are naturally low in potassium and phosphorus, they're easy to add in even if your current diet needs to be tightly controlled. A simple slice in your water, a splash over a meal, or a squeeze into a tea brings real value without needing to measure or track. You're not depending on a single ingredient to do it all, you're creating an environment that supports your kidneys every day, without disrupting anything else. Lemon and lime won't replace the kidneys' hard work, but they sure make that work a little easier, one sip at a time. Taking small steps today can make a big difference in how your kidneys function tomorrow. We've walked through 7 powerful fruits that don't just taste good, they bring genuine support to your body's natural filtration system. From balancing fluid levels to easing the internal load your kidneys deal with every hour, these foods can quietly protect and preserve one of the most essential systems in your body. You don't need to overhaul everything overnight. Sometimes it starts with swapping out one snack or adding one slice of something healing to your plate. These fruits aren't magic cures, but they can be consistent allies in your long-term wellness. Remember, your health isn't a one-size-fits-all situation. What works well for one person might need adjustment for another, especially when it comes to kidneys. So if you're dealing with specific symptoms or have been diagnosed with any condition affecting kidney function, it's always smart to check in with a medical professional before making big dietary shifts. The details in this video were carefully gathered from health resources and nutrition studies meant to help you understand your options, not replace expert advice. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can keep bringing more real health content your way. Stay curious, stay healthy, and take care of your health. You are what you eat.